Hello everyone. Today I am bringing you Sprouted Planners 2024 line. I am so excited about this. I purchased actually her 2023 planners and because I just wanted to, I've been seeing them around. They're so beautiful. Her presentation of products is so beautiful that I wanted to be able to have them on my account. And so I purchased them last year, reviewed them. I got some great feedback. So many of you guys were so excited about it. And because of that, Heather, the owner of this, reached out to me and asked if I would do this year's. So these were released a couple of weeks ago. Honestly, I think some of these are going to be in my lineup for 2024. So let's dive into these. I'm going to go through each of them. So here she sent me daily planners, a January to June, as well as a July through December. There's a weekly planner, monthly planner, a notebook, and some accessories. This year there are 3 different cover options. I have them all here and you can get them in the different styles. So we have the first one we have, which I think is my favorite, is the green pebbles. So pretty. This one is the plunging petals. I love her covers. They're very neutral this year. Last year she had some more colorful options, but this is like, her stuff is so elegant. This last one is called Hummingbird. So here we have the daily planner. It does come in 2 separate planners, kind of like the Daily Duo or a lot of other daily planners. If they have a lot of pages or it's on high quality paper, they do have to separate it into 2 books. And it makes sense. It also makes it much more portable to carry around. So this feels very light. I didn't pick the covers, but she sent in the green pebbles and the plunging petals. So let's look into these. This one is the January through June, and this one's the July through December. Without the coil, this measures 7 by 8 3/4 by 1 inch thick. So it's really good size and easy to bring around. With the coil, it is 8 by 8 3/4, and it is 1 5/16 inch thick. It does weigh 1.12 pounds for each planner, which I think is a pretty light size for these like harder cardboard covers. There are 3 different bindings on their planners. The daily, the weekly, and the monthly all are bound in different ways. The daily is in a spiral binding, which you know I love. This is my favorite kind of coil. And this one feels very sturdy. You can see it doesn't move as I'm pushing kind of hard. So it's really, really sturdy. I do think the spacing between the coils is bigger than like the Erin Condren spacing, which also in some ways makes it flip easier. The pages flip easier when there's less coils. And this feels incredibly sturdy. A couple of things before we get into the pages. They have gold corner protectors, which feel really nice, and I really love how they coordinate. I don't know, it's just like such a neutral planner, and then they have the gold pops in here and here. She has ribbons in her planners, you can see here, that you can use, which I love that that's built in. There are 280 pages in here, and the paper weight is 120 GSM 80-pound paper. So the highest quality, super nice paper. We'll talk about it in a minute. I do have the daily from last year, and so we'll do some comparisons between the 2, but you can see that this one, which wasn't split up into 2 books, is just a lot thicker, and it is quite a heavier book. Because it's thicker, she needed the wire binding, so by making it 2 books, the spiral binding works better, if that makes any sense. This spiral binding doesn't work as well with really thick books. There is a folder in the front here. It is a nice coated folder, but it doesn't feel like it would fit a ton of things in here. You can fit a few papers. You do get a bookmark in each half of your daily, so both of these books will come with a bookmark. So if you wanted to take it out of the other half, you could have 2 bookmarks in your book to mark different pages. This bookmark has 5 little notches. You can see I brought it in and out a couple of times, and it did make little marks already on it. So I don't know if these are going to be like the longest lasting. Maybe if you put them in a little bit more careful than me. They're not the easiest to get in and out. But they do feel very secure. So if you want to keep it at a page, like around some goal pages or something where you're just gonna kind of keep it there, you can. You can see where I put it, it goes about an inch over, but you can kind of move it to where you want to in the page. It does have room to move up and down, as you can see. You start off with the title page and then a note from Heather. And here's how you can connect with the Sprouted Planner page. And this is where I think Heather does such a good job. She has just really unique elements to her planner. She has this values page where you can put your value and your intentions with those different values, people and relationships you want to nourish, reminders, and this is summer, fall, and winter. And then she has the months, these month boxes that go along with this book. A year list, so this could be like a bucket list, or you could put like books that you've read here. You can do so many different things with the year list. Hopes that you have for the next year. This could be like a goals page. And then I love this. It is a 2024 calendar over here for 6 months. You have some of the holidays that are included in this book, the 6-month holidays. But then this page, you have July through December and a little chart for each day. So you could do different things on here, like you could keep track of workouts, you could keep track of meals, you could keep track of different appointments that you have different days. This is so open-ending. I would probably use this for health goals, but I love that page so much. And then you have a 2025 calendar, like a future planning. And then you have this year at a glance. I'm not sure what year this is for. Is it 2025? Okay, I just looked. 2024 starts on, the first is on a Monday. So this must be a 2025 calendar, which makes sense because it's the 2025 calendar. And then you have dot grid pages, 2 of them, and then you have 2 lined pages before it starts on your month. This book is for the second half of 2024, and you can see these adorable colors for the tabs. I am so in love with Sprouted's colors. It's probably the thing that drew me in the most. She just has this beautiful color palette with the little accents. It's a very neutral planner with these slight touches of colors that they are just so my colors. Like, I love these colors. And let me show you the colors for the first half of the year are here. So they're more cool toned. And then you have the warm tones to go with the second half of the year. Are they cute? I am so in love with this. And I really love that they have there's a different color for every month. I get really sick of colors too. Or like a certain color scheme for months. I remember when I was growing up, I used a Franklin planner, and every 3 months they would have a certain flower in the one that I would choose. It would be like roses for January through March, and I would be so sick of those roses by the end of March and so excited to turn the page to April where they'd be like lilacs or something. But anyway, I love that she has different colors for every month so that you don't get sick of anything. I think I like the second half of the year, but those are kind of more my colors. My favorite color is yellow, and I love pink, but I don't know. This is a very nice cool tone palette, and I don't know, I just think that they're so cute. So at the beginning of every month, you do have a notes page on the tab here. So this starts off with a notes page on the tab, and then when you turn, you go to probably my favorite calendar ever. I really love this calendar. The line spacing here is very small, which I don't mind at all, but it's smaller than your typical line spacing. It's about 1/8 of an inch, and so it's pretty small. You don't have a ton of space in a month at a glance. So when I write in here, I really love writing small, and I love the lines kind of keeping me in line with that. Not a whole lot changed with the monthly calendar. This used to be a shaded box, which I'm so glad that they've changed it to a dot grid section. It was just a shaded box last year. Such a good change. And then this up here is the same, except she added in values. So these are the 4 items that are in the beginning of your planner: the values, people, reminders, and year list. And when you're setting your intentions for the month, I think what she wants you to do is go back and look at those lists that you made at the beginning of the year to make sure that those 4 items are in your planner when you are making your intentions for the month. She does put quotes at the top of the month, and then the month before and the month after are here in these little shaded boxes. It is such a good monthly layout. I love it so much. One major change that she made this year is that Saturday and Sunday have their own page, where last year it was split. And because of that, she had a extra page that she did a week at a glance here. And it just has your Monday through Sunday here, which I would probably use for meal planning, and a checklist, which I would probably use for like a grocery list to go with my meal plan, but you can, like, so open-ended, you can use it for whatever. A little area here that has a dot grid, and then up here just a blank box. And then this is what the daily page looks like. She did make a couple of changes here. This looks pretty much the same, but one thing that I love that she did was last year the grids were smaller than the lines. So I think these are 1/4 of an inch. I think. Yes. And last year the grid here was a smaller grid, and so they didn't line up. Like the lines of this didn't line up with the lines of the grid, which was fine. I didn't even really think about it. But she mentioned in her video that if you didn't need the grid, you could kind of continuously write your checklist all the way over and it lines up now. So you can ignore the grid if you don't need another section over here. Where last year's, because they didn't line up, I don't know if you can even tell, but like here's this line and it didn't line up with the grid above it. Let's see if I can show it. See how they didn't line up? And that one did, but this one doesn't, but this one doesn't, you know, so they just didn't line up. Where let me zoom in on this one now, and you can see that every line lines up, which is just one of those little details that really does make a big difference and allows you to use this layout in a little bit different way. So here you have a blank section here. You have a 3 checklist here. You can put like your top 3. The schedule, which goes from 5 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. or 11, I guess. This line would be 11 o'clock. That is an amazing amount of time that a lot of planners do not give you. And they do have half-hour marks, although this is, again, those kind of skinny 1/8 of an inch, which I like writing small, so I actually prefer that. It's quite a small space to write if you're going to use those half-hour lines. And then you just have a blank box here that has no dot grid or anything in it. And another section down here if you want to use. So that is what the daily pages look like. A weekend, like I said, has been changed. So instead of sharing, Saturday gets its own page and Sunday gets its own page. I'm one of those people that on the weekend, I really don't want to check in with my planner that much. And so I was okay with it sharing like it did last year. But I know a lot of people, maybe Saturday and Sunday are their busiest days when they get the most things done and they need a checklist. And so this is pivotal for them. Just to show you what it was last year, you had the schedule 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. for Saturday and Sunday, 2 checklists, and then kind of like a general grid here that you could use for both days. I loved this layout. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was perfect. I often put my grocery list here because I do my grocery shopping on Saturdays, and so I would schedule out games and church, which is like my weekend is all games and church, and then my grocery shopping list here, and we get it all done. And I loved this page, but I know that I think I'm in the minority liking a shared page for Saturday and Sunday. I think most people wanted this. So I'm excited for those of you who this is what you wanted. Oh, another thing that changed is this little blank area down here, which I am so glad she changed this. Used to be a shaded box like this on each page. I hate shaded boxes. They bother me a lot. When I want to white something out, or if I want to cover, I don't know. I just prefer no shading on pages. And so I'm so glad she took that out. This is such a cleaner look. I also think it is a brilliant daily page. I really, really like the way that it's set up. I have a couple dailies that I'm going to be using, and this is in the lineup for sure. I know I'm going to use this. After the week at a glances and all the daily pages, at the end of the month, you will have a reflections page. So here it asks you to review your calendar from the month and what stands out as memorable. What are you proud of? What do you struggle with? This is a really great like journaling page. What did you love to explore as a child? Can you do that now? There are different prompts for each month. So it will be like just such a beautiful journal and keepsake at the end of the year. And then it also has like this fun section down here. What are you watching, reading, listening to, looking forward to, feeling challenged or worried by? 3 new hobbies that intrigue you. Which one excites you the most and why? And then you start on the next month, which is a lined page, and it goes into the monthly. So that is what the daily looks like. At the end of the book, you have the 2024 year-end reflections, and it has these really great prompts and different questions to fill out. And then you do your favorites of the year down here, and then you get a certain amount of notes pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this cute sticker page. I'm in love with this, but like I said, I love Sprouted's color scheme. So this is their color scheme. Cute. It's almost like Eastery. Let's see what the sticker page looks like in the other half. So it's the same. I love it so much. You have some dots, some flags, some time blocking things, and then these are like workouts and what are those? Birthday cake, like little celebration money, meals. This looks like doctors, dentists, hearts, so a little reminder, and a coffee mug, I think. So when you're picking your daily, you can choose your 2 covers. You can get 2 of one, you can get mix and match with this or this, or you can get the hummingbird, this cover in the daily as well, and just kind of mix and match which ones you want. I think they're beautiful. The 2 of them together is $65, which I think is a great price for the quality that you have here. So the ribbon in this one is like a gray color, and this one is green. The ribbon that goes along with the hummingbird, which the hummingbird is not in the daily, but it comes with this light blue color. So there are the 3 ribbon colors. You can see if I can get them to stay. There you go. The 3 ribbons. I don't know what's more popular, a weekly planner. It seems like weekly planners are the most popular layout that people look for. I don't know, daily, I see a lot of people doing dailies now too. So this year in my weekly, I have the hummingbird. Last year I had this really cute sprouty color. I'm going to show you some of the changes that were made in this one. Her weekly is pretty awesome. I think you're going to love it. I can't wait to show it to you. So like the daily, there is a folder in here, which again it's a really nice coating, but there's only a couple things that could fit in here, maybe a couple papers. So I wouldn't put very much in there. This does come with a ruler as well, and this ruler has these little notches. This is much easier to get in and out than the spiral bound, and so this one probably won't have the issues of it breaking or anything. It's really easy to get in and out. With the weekly, you do have the whole year in one planner, and so you have these beautiful colors you get to see all together. So a lot of these pages are going to be similar to the daily, the front pages. You do have a how to use this planner, the different layouts you have. You have your values page, your people page. I was just looking, and this book seemed like it had just a whole extra amount of information about the values. And so I looked in the first half of the year. I guess I should have shown the first half rather than the second half. The first half of the daily also has the full explanation. It just doesn't give that to you in the second half, but it allows you, with the daily, it allows you to kind of reevaluate halfway through the year, which is really nice. So you have your values page, your people page, you have your reminders and your calendar. I'm flipping through this fast because it's just the same. Year list and hope, your full year 2024 calendar, and a full year of holidays. This page, which I love, and you get a full year. I would love to see something tracked fully throughout the whole year, and you could do like color coding, or you could do like your mood in different color. Have you seen when people do the little, they color in with how their mood is, and it's all colorful and you can see where they were through, I don't know, it's so cool. 2025 calendar and the 2025 at a glance. 2 dot grid pages, the 2 lined pages, and then you get into the month. So pretty much exactly the same as your daily. And then the beautiful monthly pages, which are the same I really am so in love with these monthly pages. And then you have your weekly. The weeklies here are so awesome. I really love how they are laid out. You have a blank area up here. You have your Monday through Saturday here with lines, and then your top 3. You have a full week to-do list, which I actually really like, because there's a lot of times my to-do lists are, I just have to like carry them over each day because I'm not quite getting to everything that I thought I would be able to. And so I like the idea of having just a week to get everything done. A grid page here that does have those bigger grids, blank, and then down here is a dot grid. So just to show you a little closer up, because I know it's hard to see all those things. There's the dot grid, checklist, and then this is what this side looks like. You can see that the holidays are written really small, which I appreciate because I'm one of those people that would prefer not having anything written in my planner other than the date. I want to put in my own, I want to write everything in my own handwriting, or with, I'm not a huge fan of planners putting holidays in. Plus I don't celebrate every holiday that they put in, and I just think it's nice to be able to do it ourselves. However, I know that most people don't feel the same way as me, so I totally support planner companies putting them in. Okay, let's talk about some of the changes that she made when we compare it to last year. You can see this side of the page is pretty much exactly the same. This section here, you can see that the grid is bigger this year. The shading was taken away and it's dot grid now. And that is pretty much the only changes. So if you loved this layout from last year, which I did, I think that you're going to also love it this year. And I think that this non-grayed out area is a great change. At the end of the month, you do get your January reflections, and they're the same, and then your notes page. So pretty much the same with the extras that are in these planners. At the end of this book, one of the great things about it is you get so many notes pages. And I know, at least for me, I'm always looking for more notes pages. So at the very end of this month, you'll get your dot grid, and then you have your December reflections, the same as in the daily. But then you have 48 lined pages. There are so many notes pages. And then it continues on, because after the 48 lined pages, you also get 11 dot grid pages, which I love using for like charts or like debt payoff. You can mark where it is, or when you're saving for something. It is so awesome that they put so many in here. And then you do get that sticker page that is so cute at the end. These stickers are in that like slicker feel, so you can't write on these. They're not matte stickers, but you could probably write on them with like a permanent marker or a permanent pen. That is the weekly. The weekly comes in the 3 covers as well, the hummingbird, the mossy pebbles, and the plunging petals. She also has a new planner, which I do not have to show you, which is the 2024 hourly planner. I'm going to put a picture of the layout here. The hourly is done in a grid, which I love grid. I love writing in grid. I feel like it really, you can really time block and do things with it. That's so nice. And then I love the checklist on the side, and then she has a little dot grid as well. The hourly comes in the January through December 2024 book, and it's book bound, so it's just a different binding again than these other 2. It is hardcover, and it has the protective gold corners. It has the same tabs, the beautiful colorful tabs, and it has an accordion pocket inside of the back cover, which is so cool. Same 120 GSM paper, the ribbon page marker, most of that is the same, but different binding on every single layout that she offers, which is really interesting, and I also kind of love it. Another really cool thing about Heather's company is that she offers a try before you buy printable. So you can actually print out these layouts, see if they'll work for you before you buy it, which is so cool. So the hourly planner is $50. And I think I forgot to mention, but this weekly planner is also $50. So the weeklies are $50, the 2 daily books are $65. So this monthly planner is so cute. It is 6 by 8 inches. It has this little sleeve, and you can get this in any of the 3 covers. So really cute and easy to carry around. This would be a really great like appointment book if you wanted to just keep something in your purse in case you need to jot something down when you're out and about. When you're making an appointment at a doctor's office or something and you don't want to carry around your big planner, this is a great option. This is $20. This year, a change that they made to last year is that it is stitched, which I love stitched books so much. It feels much like a higher quality. Last year's, it was a stapled book, and so really beautiful stitching. It does have rounded corners this year. So the beginning pages of this are very similar. You have your 2024 calendar and holidays. You have your 12-month boxes. And then you get these 4 lined boxes, which you could use for different areas of life, like goals in those different areas. Or you could use them for different rooms or different kids. I might use this for like a gift guide for each of my kids. Although I have 5 kids, but yeah, I could almost do it. And then here is this page that I love so much. It's in this one as well. You have 2025 calendar, 2 dot grid pages here, 2 lined pages, and as you know, the next page is going to be the monthly. So you have a grid here and then the lined monthly pages. And then in between, you have this lined page that is almost done like a school notebook. You have a little line down here, which you could use this for checklists or for numbering or for different things over here. I really, really like these notes pages. And so you get 2 notes pages in between each month. And as you can see, this is a very neutral planner. And then in the back, you have some normal notes pages. So these don't have the line going down the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra notes pages at the end. And that is it. I love this. I love this so much. This weighs a ½ pound, which it feels lighter than that to me, but I guess it's ½ pound. The cover is a coated paper with matte laminate and rounded corners. And there aren't any tabs in this, obviously. There's no pockets in this. There's no ribbon. There's 56 pages total, but it does have the same super high quality paper. So I'm going to be keeping this in my purse just for jotting dates down and different things when I'm out and about. I really, really like it. And I love the 6x8 size. They also sell notebooks. There's a few different kinds. They have mini notebooks. They kind of remind me of the simplified mini notebooks. They're really cute, but this is a full size notebook. It's an 8x10, so I guess it's not like the size of a letter paper like a school notebook, but it has 70 pages in here, and they are lined, and they have the line down the side here, and so you can again use it for numbering, use it for checklists, so many things. And then they have a little title box. So there's 70 pages of that. It feels like a ton of pages, and it's a really great size. So this comes in 2 covers. This is the bright little leaves, and it also has this one that's called blue polka dot. It's like a turquoise polka dot. I'll put a picture right here. This is $25. It has a laminate cover, kind of like Erin Condren feeling cover. This is 5/8 of an inch thick, so it's a really nice size to carry around. It would probably fit in most purses. Not if you have a little tiny purse, but it would fit in like your standard tote kind of purse. And it weighs 25 ounces. It has a laminate cover, that same super sturdy coil, and this is in gold. The paper in here is the same 120 GSM paper. We'll do some pen testing on this. And it has a double-sided pocket in the back. So it looks like this. It feels pretty good quality. It doesn't feel coated or like plasticky, but it does feel like a really heavy cardstock. Before I do pen testing in that, I'm going to show you the couple other accessories that she sent. She sent these bookmark triplets. These are $6. You get 3 for $6 in the 3 covers. This one's kind of bunched up on each other, but they look like this. This one is for your spiral coil, and this one's for the wire O binding. So here are the ones for the wire O, and they feel just like ones that are done by other companies, and they're a little harder to get in and out, but they feel like they're going to be really sturdy and nice. So that's what those look like. Let's try the standard coil ones as well. So, oh, this one goes in really nice, really easy. So there's the standard coil, really cute. All right, let's try out some of this paper. So it's the same paper in all of their books. She has really, really great quality paper. Alright, there are some pens. The only ones that I had slight bleeding with are the Pilot Precise. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but there was a tiny bit of bleeding. And then you can't totally tell, I only have a G2 in red, and it also did the same smearing. So I'm sure if you had it in black, it would also smear. So, okay, and then it's really nice to write on. It's not super smooth, but it also doesn't have the texture totally that Erin Condren's does. It feels similar to maybe Moxie Life's paper. It's a really, really nice paper. Okay, and now we're just going to do the clean color dot. I like to do 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. I don't know why you'd ever layer these, but just to see how good, you know, like how strong it is. And then we'll do the same thing with my mild liner. So 1, 1, 2, and then 3. And let's look at the other side for any shadowing or bleeding. And a slight, this dot, I always pick this one, or I often do, because this specific color is very inky and it always bleeds. My other ones aren't quite as inky, maybe because I use this color not very often, and so it's just super wet. So it did bleed through or I wouldn't even say it's more like shadowing on the 3 dots, but everything else is perfect. Like, you can't really see anything. I am feeling a slight ridging, which you do on every paper with my handwriting because I am very heavy-handed. Thank you so much for watching my 2024 Sprouted Planner review and walkthrough. They really are some of my favorite layouts on the market, and I think it is such a beautiful company and beautiful products. Very, very high quality. I feel like Heather came up with a super creative layout in each of her planners that no one else uses, and I am so excited to use them myself. If you would like to get these, I will leave all the information below. If I have a coupon code, I will leave it across the screen right here, and I will also link it below. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all very soon. See you, bye.